Seated in a comfortable position with spine upright, shoulders braced back, we get into the Sacral Mudra. We'll close our eyes later since we need to see this. The West calls this the large pelvis mudra. This works on a big uterus, intestinal problems, intestinal spasms, prostrate complaints, and there are a lot who have the irritable bowel syndrome, especially children, teenagers. IBS is what doctors call it. This mudra is for healing most of those problems. Place your ring finger pads together with your little fingers on the thumbs. Let the little fingers on the thumbs touch each other, kiss each other, literally. And keep the other two fingers open, index and middle finger. Hold this hand position called mudra, Mahasacral Mudra, for 10 breaths. So now close your eyes. And do 10 ujjais. Ujjayi breath is creating a rub, a friction in the throat pit on your inhalations and exhalations so that you can hear the sound as you inhale and exhale from your throat pit. You contract it a little to make the sound loud. On finishing 10 ujjais, we now place the pads of the little fingers together and place your ring fingers on your thumbs. Bend at the knuckles. Little fingers together. And ring fingers on your thumbs. I've just turned it so that you can see. Here goes another turn. Same, hold this variation for 10 ujjayi breaths. This wonderful mudra handles complaints in the lower abdomen. It's very good for pain during menstruation. It brings a lot of relief for the inactive, paralyzed muscles in the intestines, for intestinal spasms, gallbladder and prostate complaints. It has very relaxing and energizing, that is energy balancing effect. While holding the mudra now, we will additionally practice Mahabandh. So we are going back now to the previous variation of Mahasacral Mudra. Placing the ring finger pads together with your little fingers on the thumbs. Little fingers on the thumbs are kissing each other. Here are a few other turns of my hand in the mudra, so you can see it properly. Point it upright at the chest center. Apply Mahabandh. Lock the perineum, area between the anus and the pelvis, abdomen, and a chin lock. Mool Bandh, Udyan Bandh, Jalandhar Bandh. 10 breaths. 10 breaths in Khanda Pranayam. Discontinue Khanda Pranayam. 10 breaths are over. Now do the second variation. Place the pads of your little fingers together and place your ring fingers on your thumbs. Place the pads of your little fingers together. Fold the knuckles, place the ring fingers on the thumbs. Open up the other two fingers, index and middle. Here are the side three-dimensional views of the Mahasacral Mudras. Second part, part 2. This Mahasacral Mudra has to be done in 2 parts, 10 breaths each, and you can hold this mudra for 7 minutes. So 10 breaths, 10 breaths, 10 breaths, 10 breaths. All together, 3 times a day, 7 minutes to watch the results. I'm doing this mudra because I'm getting a lot of complaints for intestinal bowel syndrome, IBS. Anyone who's suffering from IBS, you definitely know many. In this now, we are going to do again Mahabandh. All 3 locks. Lock the perineum, lock the abdomen, coming to Jalandhar Bandh. Turn the area between the anus and the urethra. In. Hold the abdomen in. Coming to a chin lock. Ten breaths. You can do either of the variations, first or second. The image is put up on the chat too. A lock is always after an exhalation. It is always better to do locks after an exhalation. Inhaling fully and applying a Mahabandh, perineum, abdomen, chin. However, since sometimes we infuse pranayams in bandhs, those pranayams, like just the previous one we did, the Khanda pranayam, involved inhale. So after that exhalation, you can do those inhales. 10 breaths here to do the original one after that. Open up. Little fingers on the thumbs. Ring finger pads touching. And here, get a good view. And they kiss each other. So this is 1. And this is 2. Let's do some Kapalbhati now. Keep applying Mahabandh. Mahabandh can be applied 7 times. Secret afflictions of many people are bladder weakness, hemorrhoids, atony or tension in the area of the bladder, atony or tension in the area of the anus, the area between the anus and the urethra is called pubogenous muscles. They call it pubo doctors, pubosignigenous muscles. That is the perineum area between the genitals and the anus. It's a muscle. And you know very well how beautifully a muscle can be tensed up. After extensive studies, yoga researchers have come to the conclusion that what was said originally about tensing this muscle has the effect of energy pump on your brains. In a Mahabandh, you can do Kapalbhati also. The moment you want to open up the Mahabandh, you can open up the Mahabandh. And since more than 10 minutes are over today in the learning of the Mahasacral Mudra, you can open up the Mahasacral Mudra also. But you can continue Kapalbhati. To work on prolapse of the uterus, an additional measure against weakness of the bladder, the anal sphincter, and many other problems that I have mentioned today, one has to also do Vipreet Karni, Sarvang Asan. Vipreet Karni, Karni means to do, Karna. Vipreet means inversion. Vipareet, ulta. Instead of standing, sitting, and lying down, it's the feet and the lower extremities which are higher than the upper extremities. Continue Kapalbhati. Drinking pear or berry leaf juice, chewing pumpkin seeds is also very good for the bladder. Those who have taken the booster dose have a lot of bladder problems. If you have those kind of symptoms, if you're one of those who has unfortunately got the problems of repeated urinary tract infections, UTI, see if you can reverse that. The booster dose has created a lot of health problems, heart and kidneys in many. Curate your Kapalbhati to fast, slow, medium. Discontinue Kapalbhati. Continue keeping eyes closed. Move your awareness to the second chakra, Swadhisthana chakra. Swa means your own, Adhishtan means abode. The sacral chakra along with the Mahasacral Mudra. Any one of the variations, once again, of the Mahasacral Mudra. Awareness on the sacral chakra. See what we are doing, combining the two. Intensify your awareness on the sacral chakra, the second chakra. Where is this chakra? Exactly where the Mahasacral Mudra reverses health problems. Lower abdomen, halfway between the anus and the pubis. Intensify your awareness here as you hold the mudra. This chakra is related to emotions and sexuality. It connects us to others through feeling, desire, and sensation. The Mahasacral chakra is the Swadhisthana chakra, Swa, our own, Adhishtan, abode. Corresponds to the ovaries and the testicles. Any malfunction here is unaffordable for us. Any blockages in the Swadhisthana chakra can result in sexual malfunction, uterine problems, kidney and bladder troubles, a stiff lower back. Ideally speaking, a healthy chakra brings us fluidity and grace, depth in feeling, sexual fulfillment, and a very important ability, an ability to accept change. We know that anityata means the law of impermanence. Everything will change. From the moment we started this session to this moment, 30 minutes have passed. which means all of us, myself included, are 30 minutes closer to the grave. Through these 30 minutes also, there was everything impermanent. The law of impermanence, anitya, anitya, one that is not permanent. Nityata is permanence, anitya is impermanent. Meditating on the Swadhisthana chakra helps us accept change. Change where we have no choice but to accept it. While you are down there with your mind's eye, start with abdominal breathing. Inhale, inflate your abdomen like a balloon. Exhale, bring it back to normal. The Mahasacral Mudra, called the large pelvis mudra in the West. How terrible are these words when they are translated? As you dwell on the sacral chakra called Swadhisthana chakra, doing abdominal breaths, inhaling and inflating your abdomen like a balloon. As you push your pelvic platform down on your yoga mats, and bring the pubocegeneus muscle back to normal. Pubocegeneus muscle, the muscle between the anus and the genitals. Lock the perineum, the pubocegeneus muscles, every time you exhale in that abdominal breath. We are addressing almost 4 times more than the benefits I have spoken. I've spoken already about probably 18 to 20 benefits already. Asan, pranayam, mudra, bandh. But we are addressing in multiples. Asan, any seated, comfortable, meditative posture, pranayam, abdominal breaths. Mudra, mahasacral mudra. Bandh, currently Mula bandhs. I want to give each one of you a lot. And I want to give those who are ailing and suffering out there, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, parents, children, grandchildren, grandparents, staff, domestic help, drivers, liftmen. Spread a word around. Don't wait for that day when you will ultimately be free. We don't wait for that day when we want to eat, when we want to sleep, when we want to breathe. Open up the mudra. Open up harness to have some fun to finish off. Hands in a loose fist at shoulder level. Yesterday, I was seeing a video of Tony Robbins doing this Bhastrika on a stage in front of more than 1 million people. Tony Robbins is one of the life coaches. I got it as a forward, Bhastrika. Play around, abundance, side, twisted. Play around with your Bhastrika. Alternate nostril is fine. Hugs are fine. Abundance is fine. Giving and receiving is fine. Stretching your imaginary terra band is fine. Strengthen your lungs. Use the lower lobes. Feel positive even when you open your eyes in the morning, not only in the evenings. Morning depression will reverse in a few seconds after doing Bhastrika. This continue only because it's a physical movement and it's a few minutes, 10 minutes past 8. But continue being in the meditativeness of watching yourselves till we meet again on Monday morning at 7:30. Slowly open your eyes and rise. After mudras, that too such amazing dynamic mudras, never do Pami. Thank you all. Hari Om Tat Sat.